Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of RUW Decimation. You know what tonight is. Tonight is the final of the King of the Ring tournament. We will see that match take place later tonight. I am your color commentator for the evening, Alex Black, joined once again by the COO of Real Undisputed Wrestling, Michael. Michael, how are we feeling tonight?
Good, you know. I don't really know what to say, but we're feeling good.
All right, good to know, man. Our very first match. Last week, we saw the in-ring debut of the Usos as they battled the Lucha Brothers in a losing effort. However, tonight, it seems Jimmy Uso wanted singles action against the Demon. Maybe the Usos have their sights set on those World Tag Team Championships, but you know, Demon, as we know, Michael, has been one hell of a dominant force. Cannot be stopped. Triple champion here in RUW. One of those titles belongs to WEF, and he is not only the first ever WEF Hardcore Champion. Here's a fun fact for you. He is the only WEF Hardcore Champion and has been holding that title since TakeOver in Season 4.
That's a pretty long title reign. I think that's what, over a year and a half?
Yeah.
Somewhere around that number.
Yeah.
And you know, he's been dominant ever since. And just will not lose. I mean, that's been a historical thing for the Demon, you know, throughout his whole career here in WEF and in RUW. He just doesn't lose.
He can't lose. He only lost a handful of times. You know, we know what happened at the Big Rumble. But, you know, right after that, he got right back on track, and I would not be surprised if Demon chooses once again to go after that WEF Macho Man Championship.
It would not shock me. You know, he held that title, I believe, once so far, and he had a pretty good reign with it until he was beaten by, I believe, Small Afro.
Yeah, Small Afro was the one to take the title away from the Demon. And, you know, Small Afro has been running roughshod over WEF. So it seems both companies have absolute dominant forces running roughshod over each. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any more time. Jimmy Uso versus the Demon in singles action to kick off Decimation. And here is Jimmy Uso. As I stated, we saw his in-ring debut last week when he competed alongside his brother to take on the Lucha Brothers, unfortunately in a losing effort for the Usos. However, tonight, he vows to take down the Demon. That is easier said than done, Michael.
It always has been. But, you know, we've seen the Usos for years, well over a decade and a half, and they've always been a pretty dominant force themselves, but that's in tag team competition.
Yeah.
Not really in singles, and, you know, you go look at Jay. Jay's always been the better brother when it came to singles competition. Not Jimmy. Especially in recent years.
Representing the Anarchist from the pits of hell, weighing in at 224 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion and one half of the World Tag Team Champions, the Demon.
And now here is the Demon.
This guy, one dominant motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Doesn't like losing. Well, no one really likes to lose, I should say, but I mean, you can just see it from the titles he holds. He just doesn't lose often, especially in big moments.
Look at this man. Not only a double champion, but we did mention triple champion here in RUW and WWE and WEF. So this is not the first time that the Demon has been a triple champion. Seems Demon always has gold on his mind, and look at this. Both of these two just rushed each other before the opening bell. These two, even though this is their first time facing off, looks like they want to tear each other apart. As I stated, there is a very, very high chance that the Usos have their sights set on the World Tag Team Champions. A win for Jimmy Uso tonight will certainly be a huge win for the Usos. This is singles competition.
It is. And, you know, we've seen what the Demon does in singles competition. We've seen it. We haven't seen a lot from Jimmy.
Oh yeah, you know, Jimmy being a single star in WWE not too long ago, but now he is reunited with his brother. And, you know, unfortunately, Jimmy Uso did not really do a whole lot as a single star. A lot of people say he works better as a tag team guy. However, when it comes to the Demon, he has been more of a dominant force as a single superstar than I would say as a tag team competitor. No offense to his tag team partner, Ashface, of course. Now Jimmy up on the top rope, maybe looking for that Uso splash. No, instead, looking for a diving headbutt, which Demon was able to get out of the way. But Demon got a little too cocky, and now he's paying the price for it. Oh, but only momentarily. Oh! Yeah, I believe the Demon may have been busted open following that forearm. It's hard to tell from this angle, though. And Demon, no! Crashed and burned, no water in the pool on that one.
A rare mistake there from Demon.
Oh, yeah.
You don't see that often at all.
And it's very wise for Demon to wear down the midsection of Jimmy.
It is.
Oh, yeah, there's blood running down his nose. Looks like that got cut following that forearm. Looking for a power slam here. No! Jimmy gets the counter and connects the DDT and was looking for a headbutt, but just like that, Demon gets right back up to his feet. These two going back and forth here. Now Jimmy with a spear.
And you know, you said it earlier, you thought Demon would be the more dominant force here. So far, not really.
Uso splash by Jimmy Uso. This is his chance to put someone like the Demon away. And a rare, quick loss for the Demon as Jimmy Uso defeats him in record time.
Jesus. Not something you see often from the Demon. He just did not come to play today.
Yeah. I don't know what has happened to the Demon, but he just... This is rare.
It is.
I am in shock.
Jimmy.
Big win for one half of the Usos. Jimmy Uso, very rare loss for the Demon in singles competition. I don't know. Maybe the Demon will get back on track in the coming weeks because I don't know what we just witnessed here, but he was just unable to answer back against someone like Jimmy Uso.
And it is one of the few losses we've seen in recent months even. So, truthfully, I think the Demon's gonna, he's gonna come back and he's gonna be just fine. But you never know. Momentum's a big thing in wrestling.
It really is. But, with Jimmy picking up the win over the Demon, do you see that as being maybe a potential future shot at the World Tag Team titles for the Usos?
Honestly, these Usos, they came in last week, I believe it was, right? They looked good, right? As they always do in tag team competition. And, they've always, every time they go into a company, they immediately get in that tag team title picture. So, truthfully, I expect to see it, but who knows?
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, As shocking as that was just the first match of the night. We still have more action coming up next. And ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we have champion versus champion. CM Punk being the current RUW Hardcore Champion, defeating the Assassin Mark Jones at season finale 5 to claim that championship. And I believe we're the last man standing match. And Will Ospreay winning the United States Championship against Aaron Matthews on the debut episode of season 6. So we get champion versus champion. This is a match that we never thought would happen in real life, but it is going down here tonight in RUW. Punk versus Ospreay, Hardcore Champion versus United States Champion. And Michael, I would love to know your thoughts on this match.
Well, CM Punk's always been one of my favorite wrestlers, so has Will Ospreay. You know, these are two competitors that have always delivered bangers whenever they're in, competition. Will Ospreay, I believe, Meltzer, I believe, has given him the most 5-star matches, in history. CM Punk, he's got a few himself, not near as many as Will Ospreay. I think Will Ospreay's gotten like 40, 50 or so, somewhere around that.
Somewhere around that mark.
And Meltzer, he doesn't just give out 5-star ratings. He's never done that his whole career doing it.
Oh, yeah.
So, you want a 5-star match, you got to deliver. And Will Ospreay has always delivered in those matches. In my opinion, this is going to be one hell of a banger we're about to see here.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of 5-star matches, do you see this one at least coming close?
Maybe, maybe not, but, you can never know. Sometimes you expect a banger and then you get a shitter. Sometimes you expect a shitter and you get a banger.
Oh yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any more time. Punk versus Ospreay in our next contest. And ladies and gentlemen, the RUW Hardcore Champion has entered the building.
Hey, what time is it?
I'll tell you what time it is. It's groveling time.
Champion contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, the Hardcore Champion,
CM Punk being a former RUW World Heavyweight Champion after defeating Roman Reigns at the Bray Wyatt Memorial Show last year, shockingly defeating the Tribal Chief in record time. He beat him in like 4 minutes. But now he is the RUW Hardcore Champion, and he claims to bring the violence here to RUW, as if we haven't seen enough violent matches in real Undisputed Wrestling so far. We have yet to see an Inferno match take place here in RUW. Yeah, possibly, but we've seen plenty of death matches. And speaking of death matches, ladies and gentlemen, Michael, do you have any idea what we have coming up within the next couple months? That being the Tournament of Hardcore, a one-night annual tournament full of death matches. And the winner gets the Tournament of Hardcore Championship.
Weighing in at 221 pounds, the United States Champion, Will Spirit.
Yeah, we saw Ashface take advantage of that Tournament of Hardcore Championship following the main event of season finale 5.
At least one of the competitors for that, do you know?
We don't yet, considering we haven't even reached the Tournament of Hardcore. But that begs the question. Should we have qualifying matches for the tournament?
Something I'd have to talk to Alexander Kelly.
Yeah, maybe. We know Alexander Kelly's in the back with a headset on, listening to what we are saying. So, Alexander, if you're listening, definitely something to consider. Qualifying matches for the Tournament of Hardcore. Let's not waste any more time. Certified Dream match going down here tonight. Ospreay versus CM Punk, champion versus champion. Obviously, this being a non-title match. And, you know, you have to imagine the crowd is definitely split between who they support here in this contest.
You would have to imagine, truthfully. Me personally, I don't even know who I'd want to win this match. You know, I've grown up watching, you know, both of these two competitors throughout most of their careers. And
superplex by Punk. Early superplex. Usually we see that later in these matches, but Punk pulled it out quick.
And truthfully, you know, with Punk's age, you kind of have to try to get it done quickly. Really gets these matches done quickly nowadays, if you can. You know, we've seen Punk in recent memory, you know, go through these, you know, long matches. But he'll wear you down. And especially when you're at that age, you know, he's 45, I think it is, somewhere around there.
I believe CM Punk is 43 years old.
Close enough. It's not something you want to really do if you don't like it.
CM Punk is 47.
Compared to Will Ospreay, which is much younger. Will Ospreay a little bit up there himself, but significantly younger than CM Punk.
Will Ospreay being 33 years old. So, you know, obviously the age factor, I wouldn't be surprised if that comes into play here in this match.
Especially when it comes to the stamina. Will's going to have a ton more stamina than Punk will.
Oh yeah, most definitely. We've seen the quickness and the incredible athleticism that Will Ospreay possesses.
Keep up by Will Ospreay there.
Kip up by Ospreay. What's he thinking here? Oh my God, he just bounced off the Punk. Oh, step up into Guri may have knocked Punk out cold. Will Ospreay may have a big move in store. No! Punk dodged it. And now a sleeper slam by Punk. Uh-oh, Punk going up to the top rope. Body splash from the top. But you know, as you stated about age, Punk cannot continue going for those high-risk maneuvers. He will wear himself out quick.
As Will Ospreay gets out of the way, looks for it again.
No! He cannot hit it. And now Punk with a neck breaker trying to take advantage.
Both times.
Yeah, now Punk is doing everything he can to keep Ospreay grounded, connecting those elbow drops right to a sternum, and a cover by Punk. No.
It's kind of surprising.
I know, Will Ospreay, you know, even though this match is only minutes old, he's already taken a lot of punishment.
Punk's really been the dominant force in this match.
Yeah. Now Punk may be looking to end this match. Looking for the Irish whip. Ospreay counters. Snapmare by Ospreay into the cover. I don't think that's going to put someone like Punk away. It is not. Only the count of one. Yeah. And now look at this. Tiger driver by Ospreay. Just wear down Punk as much as you can. And that is exactly what Will Ospreay is looking to do here. Full head of steam. Ospreay takes down Punk. Feeding off the energy from this crowd.
Ospreay trying to finally take control of this match. But Punk says no.
Yeah, nothing seems to be working for Ospreay here. Tonight may not be his night. Knee by Punk in the corner. followed up by the Bulldog, and that is able to bust Will Ospreay clean open, but he says no. Oh, he got caught. Go to sleep. Cover by Punk. And it is. What a match we just witnessed.
Dominating there. That's 2 matches, 2 dominant wins.
Oh yeah. Will Ospreay tried his best, connecting that Tiger driver to try to put Punk away. Nothing seemed to do the job.
Punk immediately had it.
Yeah, and this is that comeback sequence that you were talking about with Will Ospreay, able to take down Punk. But Will Ospreay spun right back up to his feet, looked to rally, got caught into the go to sleep. That ended this match.
Here is your winner.
Impressive victory over Will Ospreay for the Hardcore Champion, CM Punk. Yeah, he is proving exactly why. He claims to be the most hardcore guy here in real Undisputed Wrestling. What a win for CM Punk, folks.
Well, I certainly tell you someone else that may deserve that title a little more than him. Well,
is his name John Moxley?
It may be.
Maybe we'll see John Moxley contend for that title soon. You know, we have seen Mox and Punk do battle plenty of times in the past over in AEW. But ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget the King of the Ring finals later tonight, but we still have more action headed your way. Coming up next, folks, women's action as we have the RUW Women's World Champion Ashley Kelly with her boyfriend Alexander Kelly by her side, taking on Tatum Paxley. We actually saw a rare sight, what was it, last week on Strikeout, I believe, when Tatum Paxley actually secured the pinfall victory over the Women's World Champion. So, you know, Tatum has her sights set on that title, and she may be the one to take it.
Yeah, it certainly could be, you know, especially after getting that win. I'll say if I was Alexander Kelly after that, I'd be, you know, giving her a title shot very soon. But seemingly not yet at the very least. But who knows what we can see in the future.
Yeah, who knows? But, you know, can Tatum Paxley be able to defeat the RUW Women's World Champion yet again here tonight? We are about to find out. Alexander Kelly will be watching this match from ringside. Let's hope and pray he doesn't get involved, because if anybody deserves a shot at that RUW Women's World Championship, it is Tatum Paxley. If she is able to defeat Ashley clean here tonight yet again, that'll almost certainly, if she hasn't earned a shot already, that will certainly give her a shot at that Women's World Championship. Well, let's not waste any more time, folks. Ashley Kelly versus Tatum Paxley coming up next. The Women's World Champion, ever since she won that title for the second time in her career, she has been running roughshod over the RUW Women's Division. However, Tatum Paxley may be the roadblock in Ashley's journey. Being accompanied to the ring by the RUW Internet Champion and North American Champion, Alexander Kelly. Death Incorporated look to get back on track here in RUW. We know that James Taylor has advanced to the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. We will see him compete later tonight. However, when it comes to Alexander Kelly, he couldn't even win in the opening round. So things may not be going in Alexander Kelly's favor, or Ashley Kelly's favor. However, can Ashley defeat Tatum Paxley here tonight?
Really, you could say, other than James Taylor, it's not going to be good past the month or so.
Well, King Vampire... Yeah, you could say that. However, don't forget, King Vampire did earn himself a shot at the WEF United States Championship.
That is fair. That is fair. But you go look through the rest of them, right? As you mentioned, Alexander Kelly, not even advancing past the first round.
Yeah.
Right.
He had a very good end to Season 5, but when Season 6 started, he couldn't even advance in the opening round of the King of the Ring tournament.
From Dallas, Texas,
Chris Danger. We've talked about him. You know, wins his match against Small Echo at the end of Season 5, then loses the world title.
Yeah.
Proceeds to call out the Demon backstage for his championship. Loses that. The very next week, Demon says, "Get out here. We're fighting for your title this time." He loses his own title.
Yeah, so now Chris Danger really has nothing. So let's focus on this woman right here, picking up a rare pinfall victory over the Women's World Champion last week on Strikeout, and she does battle with that same woman here tonight. What in the hell?
What just happened?
They got sent to the back rooms, apparently. My God. Well, okay. Oh, no. What the hell is going on? This match may have no choice but to end by way of count out if the official can even get in the ring. Well, he can't. He just no-clipped. This might just be a brawl here.
What is going on?
I wish I knew.
A little reversal there from Tatum Paxley.
All right, we're trying to focus on the action at hand here. We don't know what has happened to the ring. Apparently you became a portal straight to the back rooms. Tatum Paxley can't even get Ashley inside of the ring. I don't know what's going to happen here. Oh, Ashley. Oh, I don't even know if she connected that.
I don't either.
They're wrestling in quicksand, apparently. And now both of these women sorta inside the ring. I'm keeping this in, by the way. Okay. Oh!
And she drops through the ring and takes her opponent down. Look,
Yeah, inadvertent headbutt by Tatum.
Something's happened. I don't know what. Ashley's the only one standing right now.
But can she even leave is the question. Tatum sunk back inside the ring and is back out. Uh-oh. Kelly. Oh, he was taunting the crowd there. Okay. I'm bewildered. This is our first ever quicksand match here in RUW.
Is this a portal to hell?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
The game struck in a second.
I am completely aware of that. Both of these. Can we get some control out here, please? Can someone, like, reinforce the ring? Do something. I don't know what is going on. Tatum can't stand up. The official can't stand up. This should be a last woman standing match because Ashley Kelly wins. We're keeping this in. Tatum taunting on the apron. At least she can stand there. But the second she gets inside the ring, she gets sent to the back room.
I'm gonna go take a break in catering. Like, Jesus, what's going on?
I don't know. Tatum just...
The ref can count now, seemingly.
I can't even tell where Tatum is. Oh, the official starting his 10 count. Probably the only mercy he'll have in this match. Just stay outside of the ring, Tatum. And Tatum makes it back in.
And falls again.
Yeah. Even Ashley doesn't know what to think of this. And now Tatum is probably just going to save herself. You know? Oh, and Tatum able to fight back against Ashley Kelly. Oh, kick right to the spine. And Tatum, you know, since he can't get in the ring, he's going to try to bring the fight to Paxley on the outside, to Kelly, sorry, on the outside of the ring. Official at a count of 5, but maybe this is Tatum's strategy. Wear down Ashley on the outside of the ring. Oh! About breaking her face. Official at a count of 8. Look at the strength of Paxley. And Tatum wins by countout. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the ring. Hopefully we'll get it fixed before the next match.
That's just a great, fantastic win.
Here's your winner, Tatum Paxley.
Well, the ring seems to be fine now. But, you know, I guess you can't pin your opponent inside of a working ring. So Tatum did everything she could to get the count-out victory. That is another win over Ashley Kelly. However, don't know what to make of that.
Certainly going to have to talk to Hossein Kelly about that one, but...
It looks like even Kelly didn't know what to think on the outside of the ring.
It certainly didn't.
But ladies and gentlemen, still more action coming up next. Let's hope the ring is back in order as we move on to our next match. And ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the King of the Ring finals. Both of these men have fought their way through the entire King of the Ring tournament. James Taylor and Jarrett Conley now meet face to face in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. And Michael, I know you are not familiar with what Jarrett Conley can do, but let me tell you, you are missing out. You know, even though James Taylor has been, or once was, a very dominant internet champion and a former RUW World Heavyweight Champion. You know, only one of these men can earn a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event of our next PLE. That, I believe, may be Combat Zone.
Here's what I have to say. James Taylor, we just had a strikeout, I believe it is, went through a war, right? Came out on top. Very cleanly at that against, was it Small Afro? It may have been.
Yeah, it was Small Afro, yes.
He got busted open. He had blood draining down his chest.
No, it was John Moxley. It was not Small Afro.
Either way, doesn't really matter. He went out and won. Now the question you have to really be asking yourself is he at 100% after that win?
That is a very good question.
Because that was a hellful for him. That was a hell in a handbasket.
Oh yeah.
Right? He went through everything you can imagine, came out on top. So you have to ask that if he's 100%.
Yeah.
Personally, I think he will be. And I think he's going to go out and win this match. But you never know.
Yeah, you never know. You know, Jarrett, he's been one hell of a dominant competitor. He made his debut in the King of the Ring tournament this year, and now he advances to the finals. This could be one hell of a way for Jarrett Conley to debut here in Real Undisputed Wrestling, able to defeat the nemesis James Taylor and get that shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. Big match at stake here, folks. Let's go ahead and get into it. And here he is, the nemesis James Taylor, the 20-plus year veteran. Will he earn a shot at that World Heavyweight Championship? We're about to find out in a matter of moments.
It's scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing Money Incorporated from Dallas, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, James Taylor.
You know, I said it earlier during our last match. Really the only one in Death Incorporated that has still been looking great the past 2 weeks. Will we see that end today? I don't think so.
Maybe, maybe not. As I stated, only one of these men can earn a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. We know Ashface is watching this match very closely in the back. As if he wasn't watching the tournament closely enough, he has his eyes fixated on this match. Oh yeah.
And you would imagine Demon probably does too. Being his tag team partner, he's going to want to do everything he can to help Ashface retain that title.
Oh, most definitely. So whoever wins this match not only has to have their sights set on Ashface, but when that World Heavyweight Championship match eventually does happen, gotta keep your eyes in the back of your head, make sure the Demon isn't roaming around somewhere.
And his opponent from Toledo, Ohio, weighing in at 228 pounds, Jarrett Conley.
Hello? Oh, okay. I'll be out in just a second. Let me pause that real quick. I'm gonna go get mine because the landlord's here to pick up rent. Ladies and gentlemen, King of the Ring Finals is now underway. Taylor versus Conley. And oh my God, pile driver at the very early goings of this contest.
In wrestling.
Oh yeah, no surprise that could have done some damage to Jarrett Conley. Ooh. Oh yeah, many a time. So no surprise that, you know, if it's at all possible that Jarrett is feeling really woozy following that unexpected power driver at the very early goings of this match. That would be no surprise at all.
You know, we asked, is he at 100% so far for today? So far, it looks like he is.
I mean, yeah, he is bringing the fight to Jarrett, but now Jarrett wrenching away at the head and neck of the nemesis James Taylor. And look at that. He's doing everything he can to keep James on the ground, raining down right hands, and just stomping him out. Yeah.
Making sure he can't breathe.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Oh, and James Taylor. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. I was going to say maybe unable to rally in this contest. And now look at this. Look at those strikes. And now Taylor with a knee right to the side of the jaw. Oh, elbow right to the temple. And both of these men rolling to the outside. It seems the ring is working now. I don't know what happened in our last match.
I think Alex may have opened a quarter to hell for that one.
Right, probably. Maybe him being at ringside had something to do with it. My God.
So far, between the portions of this match, James Taylor looked like he was going to go out and dominate. The past couple minutes, he's not looked great.
Yeah, but he may be able to answer back against Jarrett in this contest. Now look at these strikes yet again, but the official, oh no, a second pile driver. Official at a count of 7. Count of 8. Conley is not moving. Count of 9. He makes it back to his feet and back inside of the ring at the last second. Jarrett still has some fight in him. DDT by Taylor. No!
Not even a 2 count.
Oh my God. Jarrett able to save the match at the last possible second from a count-out victory, and now he is able to fight back against James Taylor. And now Jarrett, what is he possibly thinking here? No! Whatever he was looking for, James had an answer for it. Spine buster! And this one could be all she wrote for Jarrett Conley. James Taylor, no! What is it going to take? Jarrett got hit with not 1, but 2 pile drivers, and he's still fighting. How? Usually 1 pile driver would do it. He is a different breed. He's the last of a Don breed. As the back of his entrance jacket states. My God. This contest could really go either way at this point. Oh God, shot by James Taylor, and these two are going blow for blow here. With Jarrett getting the upper hand. And he has James probably right where he wants him. Jarrett Conley looking for the Irish whip. UFO cutter! My God! The athleticism from Conley, but he's not done there. Kick right to the midsection as James up into the powerbomb position. And now Jarrett sends James face first off that top turnbuckle. Oh, was looking for a stomp. James caught the leg and sweeping it out from underneath Jarrett. Oh, but Jarrett was right back up to his feet, but he got caught. What a power slam by the Nemesis. There's a cover. Could that do it? And it does. Those 2 power drivers may have taken a very serious effect on Jarrett Conley. Took too much punishment. Could not answer back, and James Taylor gets a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh yeah, yeah. If I were Ashface, we've seen James Taylor win that World Heavyweight Championship before. But James Taylor being able to fight his way through the entire King of the Ring tournament, even after going through hell against John Moxley on Strikeout, yeah, I would be worried if I were Ashface.
Well, you just have to ask, what if Jarrett went for that after the UFO match?
Yeah. Maybe Jarrett paid the price, not going for that pinfall after the UFO cutter. We've seen that happen to Chris Danger. Now it happened to Jarrett Conley, and he paid the price, just like Chris Danger did. What a win for James Taylor. Now Death Incorporated can get back on track. James Taylor looks to bring the World Heavyweight Championship back to Death Incorporated, as he is now in the main event of the next PLE against Ash Face. But even though we just witnessed the finals of the King of the Ring tournament, surprisingly, we still have more action headed your way. Coming up next, folks, two men who possess incredible athleticism. The former RUW United States champion, Aaron Matthews, battles a former RUW Intercontinental and 24/7 champion, Seth freaking Rollins. And Michael, I would love to know what your thoughts are on this match.
Seth freaking Rollins. That's all I have to say.
Seth Rollins. Do not underestimate Aaron Matthews, though. That quickness, the athleticism, the agility. Maybe Seth Rollins doesn't know what to expect against a man like Aaron Matthews. But we will see who is able to pick up the victory in this contest. Will the Simply Better King be one step ahead of Seth Rollins, or will Seth Rollins prove that he is the visionary? He is the revolutionary. He is Seth Rollins. Let's go ahead and get into this contest, folks. And there he is. The Simply Better King, Aaron Matthews.
Making his way to the ring from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 228 pounds, King Aaron Matthews.
What a contest this is going to be. Aaron Matthews versus Seth Rollins. And you know, it seems that even though Aaron lost his United States Championship at the very start of Season 6, he may be about to be on his redemption arc.
We've seen it happen with a lot of wrestlers in the past. You lose the title, and then you just absolutely kill it from there.
Oh yeah, Seth Rollins being a prime example of that.
Certainly, most certainly.
And there he is, the visionary, the revolutionary, Seth freaking Rollins.
You have a crowd getting behind him. That is something you are going to hear a ton.
And his opponent from
That's true. I don't think I've ever met a person
weighing in
like
at
Seth Rollins.
225
Yeah, that is true.
We've seen him do it all. We've seen him turn his back on his friends. We've seen him change himself countless times. We've seen him beat Brock Lesnar when we thought no one else could. We've seen him go head to head with The Fiend. We've seen him do it all. And through all of it, he has conquered.
Former two-time Mr. Money in the Bank, former two-time World Heavyweight Champion, former two-time WWE Champion. But that is outside of RUW. Here in RUW, this man, former RUW Intercontinental Champion and a former RUW 24/7 champion. Will Seth Rollins get back on track, or will the Simply Better King prove that he belongs on the throne? There's the bell. We are now underway, and Rollins with a super kick from out of nowhere. Here to play no games. What a lion salt. Rollins looking to put this one away quick, but not even the count of one. This contest just started.
seen these early pinfalls. They take a lot out of you.
They do. Early pinfalls do take a lot out of you. A collar and elbow tie-up between Rollins and Matthews, and Rollins able to get the upper hand now. Has the wrist lock applied. Oh, and may just be trying to pop that shoulder out of place. Now Rollins into the headlock. Aaron able to shove him off, has Rollins on the apron. Bad position. Yeah, very bad positioning for Rollins, but able to fight back. Stepping back inside of the ring, but Aaron just continuing those strikes. Northern Lights suplex into a lion salt of his own.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Oh yeah. I can see this contest going either way. Oh, look at this. We talked about bad positioning on the apron for Rollins, but now he's blocking the tree of woe, but able to answer back with a kick to the face. But now Aaron maybe looking for a power bomb here, but Rollins able to get the counter. Oh! Step up in the Guri. And both of these men have found their way to the outside of the ring. Oh! Yeah, Seth Rollins looks fatigued already. That could be because of his match against Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. And look at the disrespect from the Simply Better King. Taking Seth Rollins lightly, but that is something you do not want to do when you are standing across the ring from the Visionary. But Aaron in firm control of this match so far. Oh, Rollins able to counter with an elbow into a drop kick. Uh-oh, look at this. Rollins hooking up Aaron. No! Was looking for the pedigree. Aaron gets the counter and connects the clothesline. Able to shift his weight out of that pedigree, and it paid off. Oh my God, what a kick right to the face. Now Aaron may have Rollins right where he wants him, but Rollins able to counter, connects the drop kick, sends Aaron tumbling over the top rope and to the outside. And Rollins in firm control of this match on the apron, calling for Aaron to make it back up to his feet. Rollins, no! Misses that moonsault by a mile. Aaron able to dodge it. Now look at this, Aaron bringing the fight to the Visionary. But the official at a count of 6, Aaron may just be trying to get back his energy here, but he needs to find his way back inside of the ring. Superman punch by the Simply Better King. Official at a count of 8. Aaron makes it back inside. Rollins is dazed, but makes it back in at the count of 9. Aaron getting a little too cocky, though. Uh-oh. And now Aaron has Rollins up. Go to sleep. Into the cover. Could that do it? No. Rollins still in it.
Oh, he does not quit. He doesn't give up. He will go through hell, and he will continue.
Most definitely. But now look at this. These two just trading shots back and forth. Who is going to get the upper hand of this exchange? My God, Rollins. Oh, step up into Guri. Able to get the upper hand over the Simply Better King. Frog stomp. And is busted open. And that's a win for Seth Rollins. Beautiful back and forth between the Simply Better King and Seth freaking Rollins. Looking back at the highlights of this match, Aaron lifted Rollins up on his shoulders, connected the go to sleep, but that wasn't enough to do it. Rollins able to pop his shoulder up at the count of 2. And then right here, Rollins lined up Aaron Matthews for a picture-perfect curb stomp and picks up the win.
Here is your winner,
What a win for Seth Rollins over the Simply Better King, Aaron Matthews. It seems Rollins is getting back on track here in RUW. Beautiful win for the Visionary. Still more action though coming up next, folks. Coming up next, folks, women's action, as maybe we will continue to see Lyra Valkyria climb up in the ranks. She's already earned a shot at that WEF Women's Championship, as well as win a match last week against, I believe it was Elena Black. However, Stephanie Becaire is no joke. She recently returned to WWE just this past Monday on Raw, and now she looks to take down the newly transformed dark side of Lyra Valkyria. What are your thoughts on this match, Michael?
Well, I've seen a lot from both of these two. Lyra recently has just looked so remarkably incredible. It's hard to really hard to compare her to anyone else recently.
Yeah.
She's just looked that good. And, Stephanie just came back, right? But has still, throughout her time so far, been great. So it's really, how is she feeling? Can she do it right now against someone that looks like she's going to be a dominant force for the time being?
Oh, yeah.
Valkyria.
And, at one point, and I'm not saying to count out Stephanie Becaire just yet, but at one point it seems Stephanie would be the next Women's World Champion. She has had shot after shot, but has always come up short. Maybe Lyra Valkyria could be the one to either take the Women's Championship for WEF, or she may go after Ashley Kelly. But I mean, so far it seems Tatum Paxley has her sights set on Kelly. The women's action coming up next. The number 1 contender for the WEF Women's Championship, Lyra Valkyria, battles La Primera, the Dark Angel, Stephanie Becaire.
Making her way to the ring from San Fernando, Chile,
And here is La Primera, Stephanie Becaire. As I stated, at one point in time, a woman who seemed to be the next RUW Women's World Championship, and maybe she'll get her hands on that title at some point in the near future. But maybe she has to build herself back up in the rankings first.
Very well said. We've seen it time and time where, someone, they'll get there. They have that moment and they fail. And they have to go back up. They get sent to the back in the rankings. Look at Sami Zayn.
Oh, yeah.
How many title shots has he had for the world title? Failed and had to work himself back up there.
Yeah. And Sami Zayn may have to do that again.
You could say the same thing too.
Yeah. Yeah, you can say the same about Finn Balor, who did recently sign a contract for RUW, so maybe we will see him make an appearance sooner rather than later.
and her opponent from Dublin, Ireland, Liger Valerie.
And here is Lyra Valkyria, the #1 contender for that WEF Women's Championship. However, when she gets that title match, she's in a fight for her life because the WEF Women's Championship is currently being held by Rhea Ripley. Not going to be an easy fight for Lyra. But can she defeat the Dark Angel Stephanie Vaquer here tonight? We're about to find out. Oh no! I'm assuming she thought Stephanie would try to run towards her. But Lyra went for that crossbody, didn't work. Now Stephanie has the head scissors applied onto Lyra, but Lyra very quickly able to escape. Collar and elbow tie up. Oh! And surprisingly, it's Lyra able to shove the pair right off of her, but Stephanie not here to play any games. Shoving Lyra into the corner. Official asking for a clean break. But of course, as we would expect from Lyra, playing dirty here. What a crossbody.
Just stomping away at the knee there. Trying to take away any kind of movement from Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah, very wise for her to target those arms too. Makes it hard to connect the SBB when your arms don't work. But it would also be smart to target that lower back of the carrot because you can't lift anyone if your back is not willing to work. Oh, what an arm drag by Lyra. But Stephanie gets right back up. She said to hell with that shit. Oh, but now look at this, Lyra shoving Vaquer into the corner. Oh, and we actually do get a clean break that time. Yeah. And now look at this. Vaquer, what a suplex. Knocking the breath out of Valkyria. And now Vaquer drops the leg. And just telling Valkyria to bring it here. But now Stephanie with the roll-up. Not even a count of one. Unable to catch Lyra by surprise. And look at this. Lyra just constantly disrespecting her opponent. Now Lyra, oh, not done there. What a drop kick.
Goes for the pinfall and a kick out at one.
Yeah, kick out at one. You know, this match is still in its early goings. Looks like Lyra was looking for something, but a back suplex connects by Vaquer. But Lyra's still going to bring the fight. Oh! May have knocked her out cold. What a kick to the face. Now Lyra, no, was looking for something. Uh-oh, has Vaquer up. Nightwing. No. Vaquer pops the shoulder up. She still got some fight in her, but she rolled out of the ring to try to catch a breather, but look at where Lyra is. Oh, she's moved up to the top rope.
Doesn't know what she wants to do here.
Oh! Cross body from the top.
On Stephanie's face.
Yeah. Stephanie could be dazed here. She gets right back up, but gets caught with a kick. Just about a count of three. These two don't want to spend too much time on the outside. Oh, drop kick right to the face of Valkyria. Yeah. You know,
she's grabbing her head, the back of her head, so she may just have.
You know, when you fight on the outside of the ring, there's a lot of stuff you can use to your advantage. The steps, the apron, the barricade, our announce table. Anything and everything on the outside of the ring. Oh!
Go on top of the bell if you want to, as long as you don't grab it yourself.
Yeah. Now Valkyria gets caught. Devil's kiss by Valkyria.
By Vaquer.
By Vaquer, sorry. But now Lyra, even after taking the Devil's Kiss, seems to be answering back, but only momentarily as Stephanie rolls her up, backslide, still only the count of 1 after everything Lyra went through. Taking a hit on the back of her head on the steel steps, taking the Devil's Kiss, and Lyra still has some fight in her.
I don't even know what to say.
Oh, able to counter, beautiful counter there. Now Valkyria puts Stephanie in the corner. No, wasted her time, allowed Stephanie to recover and regroup. Another back suplex by Vaquer, but now both of these women are down, but only momentarily. Where is Lyra getting this from? Step up into Guri connects. Lyra is a different breed. Ever since her transformation, she just cannot be put down. But the question is, can Stephanie Vaquer be able to put her down? Oh my God!
Yes.
About knocked her jaw into the 5th row. And now Vaquer up on the top rope, corkscrew moonsault. Lyra got the knees. Lyra got the knees up, and she is continuing to bring the fight to Vaquer. For the 2nd time, connects the Nightwing. And it is. Lyra cannot be stopped here in RUW.
She really just can't.
Stephanie Vaquer couldn't even beat her. Maybe it's Rhea Ripley who could be in trouble when Lyra gets that title match. That will be happening at WEF End of the Line later this month. Maybe Rhea Ripley should count her days.
After what I just saw tonight, I don't know who can beat Lyra right now.
I don't know what the hell has gotten into Lyra, if I'm being honest. That 2nd Nightwing ending the match, and Lyra secures another victory. She's now undefeated
Here's your winner,
in both WEF and RUW. Has yet to eat a pinfall or submission loss. She is undefeated. So Rhea Ripley, count your days. What a win for Lyra Valkyria. But ladies and gentlemen, it is now main event time. Last week, we saw an open challenge for that RUW 24/7 championship. It was answered by the Madhouse Jackal. Tonight, Drake Danger issues yet another open challenge for anybody in the back to come out and face him for that championship. Who is it gonna be? We'll find out in a matter of moments. But Michael, we saw the Demon introduce Drake Danger back to RUW after 4 years of inactivity, which shocked the entire RUW universe. Because everybody thought Lucy was Drake Danger. I want to know what your thoughts on that is.
Well, honestly, I'm still truthfully a bit confused on it. You know, maybe there was an Alexander Kelly, you know, and Ash Space situation, but we all thought Lucy and Drake Danger were one and the same.
Oh yeah.
We knew Ash Space and Alexander Kelly were different entities, right? From the same person. We did not know that was Lucy and Drake Danger.
Yeah. We all thought Lucy used to be Drake Danger until he was transformed by the Demon, but it appears Lucy may have been a creation from the Demon all along, from scratch. Yeah, but Drake Danger is back. He is the RUW 24/7 champion, and he defends that title in an open challenge in our main event coming up next.
The following contest is an open challenge and is for the non-stop championship.
It's Here he is. RUW 24/7 champion. May just be the new dominant force here in RUW. This is great danger, folks. After 4 years of inactivity, being a former RUW World Heavyweight Champion and a former WEF United States Champion, just in case you forgot that, Great Danger is back, and he's taking back what's his. But I wouldn't be surprised if Lucy is lurking in the back, waiting for another shot at that championship.
That's just a call tonight.
Yeah, Lucy could very well be the one to enter the call here tonight. But we're about to find out who it is in just a matter of moments. It could be someone making their debut, their return, or just someone on the active roster.
So you want some? Come get some.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Who's it gonna be?
Oh! Carmelo Hayes did sign a contract with RUW, making his in-ring RUW debut here tonight, being the man to accept the open challenge laid out by Drake Danger. This is going to be interesting.
Let's call himself him. Maybe he can be him tonight if he can win this match.
Yeah, maybe Carmelo Hayes will shock the world. We're going to find out if Carmelo Hayes will be able to take that title in a matter of moments. This is our main event. Carmelo Hayes answered the challenge, is taking his shot. And Carmelo Hayes likes to say, Melo don't miss. Well, he is taking his shot right now. Will that stay true here tonight, or will Melo indeed miss? (24/7) championship on the line. Main event.
Introducing the challenger from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, Carmelo Hayes. And his opponent from Lexington, Fayette, Kentucky, weighing in at 250 pounds, the non-stop champion, Drake Danger.
This is going to be an interesting clash of styles. We know Drake Danger utilizes those strikes to his advantage. Carmelo Hayes is more of the high flyer. So this is going to be an interesting main event for the 24/7 championship. Bell has sounded. We are now underway, and Melo right out of the gate looking for a drop kick. But Drake Danger quickly able to move out of the way. He saw that one coming. Yeah.
So far, Drake Danger looking as dominant as ever.
Yeah, took advantage of Melo's mistake at the start of the contest, and Melo just completely unable to answer back. Uh-oh. So Melo gets the counter. That could be exactly what he needed, but no, it did not pay off. Oh, maybe. Look at these strikes from Melo. Oh. And this right here is a wise strategy. Target that arm. Make it hard for Drake Danger to connect the hidden blade. And now Melo with a lion salt. Into the cover. Only the count of one.
Drake Danger has to roll out.
Yeah. Trying to catch a breather, but Melo. No. Drake able to answer back with a shot, but only momentarily as Melo is bringing the fight No, but only momentarily yet again. What a drop kick by Danger. Uh-oh, he's fired up. Maybe about to have Carmelo Hayes for lunch, but Melo gets the counter. Look at the strength. No, didn't pay off. Now Danger sends Melo into the corner. Yeah, look at this. And this is the kind of fighter that Drake Danger is. He will target every single part of the body and then go for that final blow. And that could be exactly what Drake looks to do here tonight. Up on the middle rope. No. Melo. Yeah, I can kind of see it. Just methodically pick apart your opponent. But now Melo may have this match right where he wants it. What is he thinking here? No, again. Misses the drop kick. A third time. Third time is not the charm, but the fourth time is the charm.
And they are both down here.
Who will be the first one to make it back up? It is Carmelo Hayes. Now Drake Danger may be in a bad way here. Maybe Carmelo will shock the world. Now look at this. Scoop slam by Melo. Going up top, and I think I know exactly what Carmelo Hayes is thinking. Nothing but no! Nothing but being caught into a damn powerbomb by Drake Danger. Oh! Trouble in Paradise connects, barely even phases Carmelo. Yeah, nothing's working. Carmelo just dropped. That's a cover by Danger. Oh, last second, Melo gets his shoulder up. He still has some fight in him. Now Carmelo has a hold of Danger. Hooking him up. Oh, double knees to the face. That's a cover. Only the count of two. Gets right back up. Snap suplex to Melo.
Are you feeling dangerous?
Maybe, but Melo with a clothesline. No, he didn't. He was too busy taunting. It's that cockiness. We've seen it backfiring with so many people in recent months and weeks. That's an elbow drop by Carmelo into the cover. No, Danger's still in it.
I've seen it backfire on so many shares his last name.
Yeah. No. Drake has been busted open, but he is still fighting against Carmelo Hayes. Look at the strength. But Melo counters and takes him down. This could be Carmelo's chance. Getting to the corner.
Is it Carmelo Hayes' night?
Looking for the scoop slam yet again, but this time Danger counters into a DDT. No! But Melo absolutely fired up. Springboard clothesline yet again. Yeah. When have we ever seen Drake Danger in this much trouble as he gets planted face first into the canvas? Go for the cover. Ah, that mistake right there could bite him in the ass.
With two separate wrestlers hitting one of their biggest moves and not going for the pin and it lose moments later.
Yeah, but now Danger, back body drop. But just like that, Melo able to answer back. No, unable to connect that drop kick.
Stop going for it, bro. It's not working.
Uh-oh, and Danger may be looking to end this. No! Melo catches the shot. Was looking for first 48. My God, what a main event. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Melo in the target zone. Hidden blade to the back of the neck. That's a cover. Danger retains.
We have 3 or 4 different times the past week. What if he went for the cover?
Yeah, if only he had gone for that cover. Following this move. Bam! Drake Danger gets planted. But we've seen that mistake cost so many competitors. The question remains, when will they learn? They have to learn, because we just saw Melo lose because of that mistake. We saw that earlier tonight as well.
Here is your winner, and still non-stop champion, Drake Danger.
And Drake Danger went through an absolute war with Carmelo Hayes. Look at his face for proof. But still, the RUW 24/7 champion, Drake Danger.
And the crowd doesn't sound happy.
No, they don't. They thought tonight might have been Melo's night. However, still, the RUW 24/7 champion, Drake Danger. He may be the next unstoppable force here in Real Undisputed Wrestling. But ladies and gentlemen, that'll just about do it for this week's episode of RUW Decimation. Michael, thank you for joining me on commentary for both Strikeout and Decimation this week. We hope to have you on again sometime soon. But ladies and gentlemen, that'll just about do it for Decimation. Michael, any last words before we sign off here?
Well, thank you for having me. It's been fun to be here. I don't know when the next time I'll be back is, but we had some bangers.
We did have some bangers.
I'm very happy I could have been here.
Oh yeah, most definitely, Michael. Appreciate you being here, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I've said it before. Thank you so much for tuning in. Michael and Alex Black signing off. Remember, take care of yourself and love yourself. We are out of here. Deuces.